Now, moving on, the Patriot Act. This falsely titled fucker has been working hard to protect you from your freedoms since 2001, digging through your rights and your private areas like a gravedigger with a little too much passion for their job. Seriously, the shit I find on the internet. And because of the Patriot Act, authorities now know that I found that dancing skeleton on the internet. Enjoy, NSA. In the name of security, the Patriot Act has allowed for the creation of the biggest surveillance system in the history of mankind, illegally spying on millions of Americans and tossing our rights to the side like loose dirt without finding any more skeletons in the closets, basements, or otherwise. There is absolutely zero evidence to suggest that spying on Americans makes us safer. In fact, it actually makes us less safe. By collecting meaningless data points like your drunk dial or your call to mom, authorities miss potential terrorist activities in a sea of your benign personal correspondence. Regardless of what you think happened on 9/11, we didn't miss it because we collected too little data. We missed it because we already then we collected too much. And the Patriot Act made it possible to collect even more. In a nutshell, Section 215 of the Patriot Act was authorized to amend FISA, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, which was originally implemented to protect against international terrorism. This 215 amendment grants federal agencies the right to order a suspect or suspects to produce materials such as books, documents, records, papers, etc. Now you might say, okay, that sounds pretty reasonable, but what if a suspect or suspects were just your average American, enjoying that fondly remembered First Amendment, where you could call and talk to whoever the fuck you wanted to, without being creeped on by a balding sociopath? What if indeed? Enter NSA and FBI, who took this section to mean just that, and that they therefore have the right to collect millions of phone records a day, just in case. On the bright side, this section is set to expire on June 1st, and this past week, activists staged a Sunset the Patriot Act vigil in more than 40 cities across the nation, calling on their senators to do what they do best: sit back and do nothing, so that this fucker expires. We helped organize the vigil here in D.C., along with Fight for the Future. Go ahead and add candlelit sunsets to that list of why activism is awesome. And as you can see from the slideshow, a sunset over tyranny is a beautiful thing. And thanks to this and the continued efforts of activists nationwide, sections of the Patriot Act will now die a better late than never death this coming week, as creeper cronies were unable to revive it in the Senate before congressional recess this week. Fuck yeah.